right, so we're going to learn how to electroplate. Want to electroplate this pinball ball. I want to turn it from its silver, it's just a bearing, as all pinballs are, to brass, which is there. So, first thing you do is set up your vinegar solution. So just some vinegar, plain old white vinegar. And you fill a small container like that. You don't need a ton, just, several cups, 5, 6 cups tops. And then you add a little bit of salt, like that. Just a little dash of salt in there. You mix it up, like so. And then you'll be using a power source. I've just used an old power source from who knows what electronic device. And of course, coming off that, there'll be a positive and negative lead. We'll get into that in a little bit, and we'll go from there. All right, so now we've got the cathode and the anode. So what we're going to do here is create a little electrolyte bath. So we want to plug this in and leave it for, an hour or so, I found with one other experimental ball I did the other day and stuff, and just let your brass electrolytic solution just sort of soup up there. It'll kind of turn a bluish color, and we'll go from there. All right, so you don't have a tripod. I just plugged in our power source there, and there you go. Now, what you definitely do not want to do is put your hand in that solution, because there's electricity flowing through that. It'd be like putting a toaster in the bathtub with you, and that would not end very nicely. And if we can get over here, you can see little bubbles coming off that, so that means the action is working, and they'll be pulled onto that piece. Although, again, we're just creating a solution here. There you go. Okay, so we've got our little solution done here, and what I've created for the pinball is a little basket, because the ball being a sphere, you'd have to weld something to the top. So I've created this little basket, so I'll put the ball in there. So here's a little ball and basket there, and then it'll sit there. We'll hook the anode to it, and I've got a little, let's see if I can do this, little, sorry about that, got a little brass piece I got from the hardware store. So that brass will then be transferred over the color to the ball, and yeah, it'll just give me a different color of pinball. There you go. Okay, so we have the leads hooked up, and my little basket thing for the ball there, once again, because it's a sphere. If you had something that you could drill a hole in to, that you're electroplating, I mean, who knows what it could be. It could be a piece of car, or on your motorbike, or some piece of art you're doing. You can drill a hole, but you can't drill a hole through that ball. So I created a little basket method, and you can agitate it so it there's a few little contact points there. But so that that wire, little frame there that I hooked the lead, will allow it to accept the brass. Okay, so I just plugged in our lead there. Sorry about the light, it's not very good here. And the little bubbles on the ball indicate that it is pulling the brass, which is the positive lead, to the negative. And so in about 8 minutes, that's going to become a little brass ball, or brass coated ball. There you go. Just checking back in on the action. The bubbles are still going good there on the pinball bearing there. So that's looking good. So I'll check back in another couple minutes. But yeah, the whole process should take about 8 or 10 minutes. So a little update. The ball's taking on a really nice champagne color there. So as it come along, it's going to take a little longer. Brass isn't as conductive, so this process could be taking a bit longer than when I tried copper and stuff. Once again, I just want to reaffirm that that solution, you do not want to touch it, because it's hooked up to electricity via those two leads and that power supply. So again, You do not want to stick your hand in a solution that has an electric current running through it, or your day's going to end badly. Yeah, just checking in on Mr. Brass Ball there. Still bubbling away. It's been about 15 minutes. When I did the other day with copper, it took about 8 minutes, but copper's more conductive for this thing, from cathode to anode. So, and the solution I had might have been a little more concentrated, but again, I was just using vinegar, salt, vinegar, yeah, just white vinegar, and a bit of salt thrown in. And there are minds of thought that you can use hydrochloric acid, which you can actually buy, believe it or not, Canadian Tire, some hardware stores and everything else. But disposal of something like that is hazardous stuff, and it's very dangerous. It can burn the crap out of you. So I just wanted to use vinegar and salt as my electrolytic solution and play it safe, and then it can be disposed of, more readily, easy manner than hydrochloric acid in with your solution here. And again, it's safety. So I'm no one great and grand. I'm just building a pinball machine. I'll show you later and stuff. And just wanted some brass balls to go with it that would look cool. So this is just sort of a journeyman's account of just trying to learn something from the internet from other guys. But I'd highly recommend just use vinegar and salt and experimenting a bit, rather than getting some hydrochloric acid, and that's just dangerous stuff. All right, so I've just unplugged the power source, and you can see the copper ball is there. She's looking good. I'll see if I can do this one-handed. I don't know. Let's see. There we go. Now if I could just do this and that, I'll just drop it in there. There you go. There's your brass ball. All right, so it looks like we're successful. That's what it used to look like. Standard pinball silver. Now it's copper coated. Using a little stuff here, a little home done electroplating situation. And now I'll take you to where this ball's gonna live. This little brass coated ball, is gonna live in the world's first steampunk themed pinball machine, which I've been building for about 2 years. About 2 years now. And it's Steam Dream. Some of you might have seen it online, that sort of thing. I've been posting some building and some bits and pieces with it. It's got first conveyor belt that takes the ball off the play field. So that's where this would sit. One of those. And go up, like such. Up there, up through the pipe system, up to the second layer there. The goal is to move that little man across 10 spaces. You can also advance winning a ball. There's a brass ball up there waiting to be won for the plasma wheel that I designed in last year here, as well as the Coil Wonder elevator. You had another brass ball there that would flop into that pipe system. And it's delivered to the winner. So yeah, I just wanted on a different color. It shows in this light, probably not in the camera, little phone camera here, but I wanted the brass look for balls on the play field, as well as the balls that people can win, which is the different deal with Steam Dream, that it's not about points. Steam Dream is about winning a brass ball, or it's actually 3 brass balls. One from the plasma wheel, one if little man moves 10 spaces, or from what is that thing called? It's called a coil elevator, I guess. So yeah, that's how you make a brass ball. And this is how you, well, you don't have to, but this is the way I wanted to design my pinball machine. So that's sort of it. Thanks for watching. And if you're going to do this process with electroplating, please be safe, because hydrochloric acid dangerous. Just use the, like you saw here, it worked for me. Use the white vinegar and some salt. All right, just want to add on. I'm going to run one of these balls through it just so you can see how things work in that. So once you use your flippers typically, and you get it up the ramp, and it goes up that conveyor belt, and then up final, just send it up the final conveyor belt there. I just put up, and it should pulse through. Oh yeah, there's a Zeppelin up top here. There you go. Pulses off, the little band moves, ball comes through, and there you go.